We got 1-star pizza versus 5-star pizza with special guest.
Colt Boom Boom Cabana, Chicago professional wrestler.
First, the 1-star we have.
Wait, have you rated this 1 star?
The reviews.
The people have already, this just came out.
This is the Pizza Hut Chicago Tavern style, and this was $16.
Wow.
We have double pepperoni, and because I saw it as an option, a basil pesto drizzle.
Which smells very good, by the way.
It doesn't look awful.
And I'm a sucker for pepperoni cups. Also, little known fact, I auditioned for this commercial and got a call back here in Chicago. They did use all Chicago actors. I didn't get it. They didn't want me to play mob guy number 2. Very sad.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing for the rating. Please don't take it out on the pizza, but which one first?
Well, I mean, growing up, I feel you go corner boy right
Yes,
away.
always.
And that's, I guess that's a lot of people don't know that about Chicago style tavern is there's always these little corner boys.
Cheers.
I don't hate it.
I was expecting a lot less. Well, first of all, pick up the pizza. This is the lightest pizza box I've ever had.
And you're not a very muscular man.
No.
So
I'm working on it, but I mean.
Being here with a professional wrestler, that was not meant to be an insult.
No, none taken. I might throw you through a table still later. Actually, I can't. I can't do that. Yeah, I don't hate it. I might need another slice. Let's transfer it to your.
I appreciate the Pizza Hut box, but here at 1 Hour Teas, where I'm literally on the box,
That one?
that's me.
That's him.
I'm on the box. Yes, this is a t-shirt box, but I say, let's make it a pizza box.
You need one of the middles. It's a good way to judge the pizza.
That's a great call.
I'm gonna go middle slice. Where tavern style fails a lot, some places the middle starts to get like soggy. Like the best places, crisp all throughout, but
This is crispy and fine.
I'm honestly very pleasantly surprised by this.
Me too. And I think it was a great call to put this. It looks like mold. This is not a moldy pizza.
Doesn't look great, but tastes good. Okay, let's get to the rating. As guest, as a professional wrestler who has his matches rated on a star system, do you want to go stars or do you want to do the standard numerical to 10?
What do you do?
I do 1 through 10. I just want to give the guest an option though. I mean, you're used to the star system.
Yes. Famously, Dave Meltzer has never given me a 5-star match. But let's stay true to the form here, and let's do 1 through 10.
All right, what do you got? As a person who is almost employed by Pizza Hut, you could recuse yourself.
No. 6.3. But I grew up on Barnaby's Pizza in Northbrook, which is 10 out of 10. It is the 5th of the 5 stars, so like everything compares to that.
I expected this to be a lot worse. Pizza Hut, I applaud you. 6.6.
Wow.
Now let's have some 5-star pizza. How long have you been a professional wrestler?
25 years.
25 years?
Over 25 years at this point now.
How old are you now?
I'm 44. Thanks for telling everybody. I mean, I've been doing it over 25 years, and I've been doing it full time since I was probably 23. I was a teaching assistant for 2 years out of college, and then after the second year, I was like, I think I'm ready to do this. And I was making, I think, $7,000 a year as a pro wrestler, and I was like, I think I could do this full time.
That's in this economy.
Well, this was 2004. Well, I have like 2 stages in my life. When I was 27, I signed a contract with the WWE, and I wrestled with the WWE for 2 years. And before that, it was just like I was just grinding and trying to get the WWE to notice me. Then I got to the WWE, and I didn't do very well. I actually did horrible. Reddit once said that looking at the records of wins and losses, I was the worst wrestler in WWE history, which I'm pretty proud of.
That's actually pretty awesome.
Yeah, thanks. When I got fired from the WWE, that's when I like really put the grind on like crazy. It was like I could either go get a real job or I could do this thing that I thought I was really good at. And I started becoming like really independently like focused. And this is very early, you know, in 2009 and 10, I started doing a podcast. I started doing YouTube shorts. I started doing documentaries. I wanted to teach the world like what this scene was of independent wrestling because we knew at the time, but nobody else really knew. And I thought it was really fun and really different and really niche and really counterculture. I've been to over 25 countries. You know, I've wrestled all over America. Every summer I wrestle in Edinburgh, Scotland. I love going to Edinburgh. I love going and doing the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. I've been to Japan probably 30 times. I've wrestled on the dirt patches in India. I've wrestled in parking lots in Mexico. But luckily now, the last 4 years I've signed a contract and I've been with All Elite Wrestling, AEW. And we travel the country and do shows every Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday on TBS and TNT.
What is the diet and like the training regimen? Because this is a food channel. So.
Yeah, well, I'll say this. As I've entered my 40s and definitely the later part of my career, I've been okay with just like being a dad bod, you know, like I realize like I'm not going to be the hot young wrestler anymore. So especially going to all these places, I don't want to go to all these places all around the country, all around the world, and just be like chicken and rice, please, or chicken and steamed vegetables. So
Post-match, what's your go-to meal on the road?
like, I guess you would call it a cheat meal or whatever, but my number one is pizza. I just love it so much. I mean, obviously, I think I like it. You know, well, I don't like everything. I'm actually a very picky eater.
What's like your least favorite foods?
I don't eat anything from the sea. Because, yeah, I've been to Japan so many times, and I don't eat sushi. I don't eat fish. I don't eat shrimp. I don't eat oysters. I'm not eating any of that. And I don't know. I think that comes something from my childhood and my palate. I'm not really sure, but it's not for me. I don't like it. I don't want seaweed on anything. I don't like any of it. So
Japan's a hard place then for going 30 times.
yeah, I mean it's not though. You just go to the meat place. You tell them you want the meat, and they just make the meat for you.
Now for the 5-star pizza, we went to Professor Pizza. They just opened up a new spot on Wells in Old Town. What a ton of awards. I can't list them off the top of my head. We'll just display them on screen here quickly.
During the pandemic, he was making them, I think, in his own house, and it blew up so much that now he's got this giant place next to Second City in Chicago.
It's a pizza empire, and he supports comedy, as you see. So to start, we have his tavern style, the hot honey pepperoni. You have pepperoni cups, ricotta, hot honey drizzled over it. It's definitely sprinkled with some parm. It might be garlic too.
Yeah.
There might be a ton of garlic on this.
I mean,
Triangle cheers.
Let's get to a real price.
Super thin. The ricotta dollops are everything on this.
I thought those were butter at first, to be honest.
There's a lot going on this
Yeah,
pizza.
it's really rich, right? The dollop is rich.
Yeah.
And the honey. I'm enjoying the like crunchy / chewiness of it, right? Like there's a chewy to the crunch.
But then all like the garlic and the parm on top, it's just way more cheese than you have on like a typical tavern style pizza.
I feel this dollop makes it like fancy boy pizza.
Yeah, like the Professor sounds kind of fancy to begin with. Like it's a very elevated, you know, university of pizza type of deal. We love tavern style because it's very like straightforward. It's Chicago. It's not too foo-foo. They've kicked it up like 12 notches.
They've foofed it up.
Yeah.
The Professor has foofed it up.
Professor Pizza kind of sounds like a early 90s WWE wrestler.
Oh. We're here right next to Second City. Professor Pizza sounds like an improv group, I thought.
That's true.
Please welcome to the stage, Professor Pizza. Can we have one word?
Yeah. Yeah, overall, crust, cracker crisp, all the toppings, super rich.
I can see why people would love it. I wonder if you could ask for non-dollops.
I think you can get non-dollops.
Yeah.
We just had to go dollop.
We had to go dollop.
I mean, this is a big time video, big time dollops. I really love just all the parm and garlic they pile on top though. Not getting a ton of the hot honey, which is good because you don't want it to be like overly sweet.
I was
pizza.
scared of that, to be honest. I was scared of the hot honey.
Plus the meat helps offset it. What do we got rating wise?
Man, what a great pizza. The crisp and like the chewiness of it, like that combination really does it for me. I think I'm like a 8.1 on it.
7.9.
7.9.
Now for the gabagool, but we got it grandma style, which is a little thicker than the cracker thin, but it's not a full like Detroit fluffy. It's condensed.
Oh, I thought it was overly nagging me about cleaning up my room. That wasn't it.
We have vodka sauce, cipollina onions, shallots, a muffalata spread, basil, capicola.
Capicola, we have gabagoo.
That's true. So on the muffalata spread, you have both of our weaknesses, olives. We're not olive guys.
No, I put it down here.
Probably because of the parm blast. I don't taste the olive.
Might be my new finishing move, the Parm Blast.
Is there like a grater involved?
Oh, there you go. Yeah. In a good hardcore wrestling match, you'll always see a cheese grater come out.
I do really like the crust though.
This gives me focaccia vibes, right?
Yeah.
I'm a crust guy, but on this pizza, I think I prefer the inside to the crust.
I absolutely adore the crust on the grandma style.
Ooh.
I love that bite on the inside. It does dissipate when you get to the outer edge, but you get like a textural experience. You get a little softer on the inside. By the time you're in the back, it's like crunchy, straight up crunch. So I enjoy that. The grandma's a wild ride. Mount Rushmore of Chicago food for you. What do you got?
I'm not someone who's like eating at all the spots. I grew up in Deerfield. I grew up in the suburbs of Chicago. So I would be like Barnaby's Pizza, Deer Frank's hot dogs, upper crust bagels. If you've never had an upper crust bagel,
I have not.
Unreal. I couldn't recommend that more. Maybe like a Mario's Italian ice on a hot summer's day. By no means should like anyone be like, no, it's this. Like that's just for me. That's kind of what I like. Honestly, I've been on the road so much as a wrestler. I would be like Subway, Chipotle. And
How do you feel about Chipotle and the ongoing?
I'm for going against Chipotle. I'm for like stop not giving us everything that we want. And also I'm for the people. I love when people rise up against something that's bad. Even when the guy from Chipotle was just like, give us the and then to see all the videos of people like mocking him, that was the best.
The wife doesn't like Chipotle, so I haven't been to a Chipotle in like 2.5 years.
And as a wrestler, like on the road, we're always like, we want extra meat. You know what I'm saying? And we're always like, come on, man, give us a little more.
You know when you're getting the meats or not. Like,
right.
You know what your portion is.
So when that came out, I was like, yes, this is a fight I've been fighting myself for years. I'm so glad finally people are behind us.
Between the two, which do you like better?
Yeah. I like the tavern style better. Both of them were really, really good. Jesus Christ, they were really good.
What do we got for the score?
Delicious. Again, I was more of the inside than the outside, but I just like, as we've now named it, the Parmesan blast. Just all the stuff, when it soaks in with bread. It's so good. I'd give it like, 7.9.
7.7. The tavern style is where it's at for Professor Pizza. 5-star pizza with a 5-star wrestler.
Bouncing my boobies. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah.